he can't play fair. No, because when we were doing our little race bikes, I was 100% fair.
And NP.
NP. And Todd goes,
oh, now that we're taking it there, who kicked
well, that's how
all
she's
your
gonna,
asses?
If Jenna wins, it's going to be because she like ties my shoelaces before we start.
No, you cheated, Todd. You went through the cones, bud.
I went through. I had a flat tire.
No, you didn't have a
trying
flat
to-
tire. That was just you sitting on the bike and whatever happened to the tires.
Man. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Pavement Group podcast. Talking lots. Tony, today is going to be a fun one. I got a energy.
I've been waiting for this one for a long time, Todd.
Me too. Well, not that long. They've only been here since like
August.
August.
Yeah, that's right.
We knew August. By August 10th, we're like, all right, we got to get these two on the podcast. Let's get through the busy season, and then we're going to have a good one in February. So I want to say welcome to Jenna Raisley and Paige Perkins. How are you guys?
Good.
Good morning, ladies.
All right, we got it. So let's not lose that energy we had in the studio before, because you guys have, I think you got some fun stuff, some great stories to tell. You both each have super interesting backstories. It's nuts to me that you ended up here working at the Pavement Group, doing what you're doing. But we're so glad that you did. You're awesome. Some reason you kind of tied together. I think maybe because you sit next to each other. You both started around the same time. Neither one of you had ever looked at a parking lot before you got here. And now you've turned into two of the most valuable and most fun team members that we have. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. And don't forget, we're cube-mates now.
Yeah.
Now that we don't have our own offices, we've officially become cube-mates.
Cube-mates, yeah. That's
Yep.
That's one of the best cubes in the Pittsburgh office.
It really is. It really is. And it's great for me because when we were at the other office, hers was in the front and I was in the back. And she wasn't big on getting up.
We were so busy.
So when I needed her, I'd have to run into hers, run back, or I'd text her and I'd be like, I need you. Can you come back? She's like, yep, 5 minutes. Never showed. So now I just roll over, roll back.
No. I roll over and roll back. I'll roll over to you. She rolls over. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So
what's the funnest
split, like 70-30 Jenna's rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Okay. Jenna, have your steps gone down since Paige moved into the cube next to you?
Significantly.
Okay. Are you finding another way to make them up? You find somebody else on the other side of the office?
The office is large enough by the time I fill up my solo cup all day long, run to the restroom, get some lunch, come back, do some pull-ups.
Dude, I think, Todd, I did the steps, and if you walk completely around that office, it's 1.37 miles. So
one time around the whole office?
One time around the whole office, correct.
What kind of watch were you wearing when you clocked that?
It's one of those deals. We got the whole third floor. It's big.
We do, yeah. Got the penthouse suite there in Wexford. So let's talk a little bit about how you ended up here. You both have great backstories. Both have had fascinating lives, and I love the stories that you share. So, Paige, will you tell us a little bit, what were you doing before? How did you find the Pavement Group? And,
So I went to school to be a physical therapist. So 7 years of school. And I thought, I was probably 16, 17 years old, and I decided that was the path I wanted to go. And not that I didn't love helping people. Unfortunately, just wasn't exactly what I had envisioned as far as, how I'm able to help my patients. So, after 5 years, I just decided, since I wasn't able to help my patients the way that I would have liked to, just because of insurance is just causing an issue in healthcare. It's sad. It's sad because, obviously anyone in healthcare goes to school to help someone. I mean, we want to help people. We want to make people better, live their lives, whether it be just being able to, run around with their grandchildren or get back just playing the sport that they love. Like, that's what we want to do. But, reimbursement for the services that we provide, unfortunately, has dropped significantly since COVID. I think a lot of it has taken place, but since I've started. But with that, the expectations of what we need to provide to our patients have increased. So, seeing 2, 3, sometimes 4 patients at a time while we're getting paid, and reimbursed very little. So, it made it very challenging. Angel, Eli's wife, she had mentioned the Pavement Group in passing since we had met her. So she was working with my husband, Mark, as her, like the front desk office
Your husband, Mark,
manager.
who's also a PT.
Yes, my husband's also a PT. So she was working with Mark and just had commented many of times how Eli here at the Pavement Group just loved working here and, great culture. And I was looking for an opportunity to maybe branch out and get into sales, and interviewed with Brian, and the rest is in history. So
That's amazing. So you were 16 or 17. I know you were an athlete. You were a collegiate athlete.
Yeah.
And you saw physical therapy as a way that you'd be able to help people after the fact.
Yeah.
You're probably connected to it, being an athlete and seeing a lot of that stuff in play. And then
Absolutely.
you got into it, and it just was very bureaucratic. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
You didn't get to spend all your time helping people. You're spending half your time doing.
Right. I mean, it's just like, imagine you go to get physical therapy and you just had surgery. You have no idea what you're supposed to be doing after your knee surgery. You're in a cast or a brace or whatever it may be that, you had for your surgery. And, you need my undivided attention. You need to know what you're supposed to be doing and what you're not supposed to be doing. But I'm helping 3 other people at the same time as you. I mean,
Okay.
would that make you feel very good and confident and
No, I'd feel terrible.
yeah, and
I feel
it's
terrible.
not that I wanted to do that, but that's
I would have told you to go get a sales job, Paige. That's what I would have
yeah.
said.
Yeah.
That's it.
So yeah.
It's funny with
So-
Angel, Eli's wife. Everybody at the pods met Eli, knows Eli. She's finishing up her, I'm not sure if it's a doctorate, but she's finishing up her studies right in PT. So I told her to hurry up so she can get in here and work at the Pavement Group.
Yeah, hurry on in to the Pavement
Get
Group.
your-
We're collecting as many PTs as possible, right?
So far, so good.
That's it.
Right?
Fast tracking that way.
Yeah. No, success leaves clues. All right. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Jenna, what were you doing? What's your journey been like leading up to you joining the Pavement Group?
Yeah, so a lot like Paige on the end of wanting to help people. I went to school for criminal justice to be a victim advocate. Very quickly learned that does not pay the bills, as sad as that is. Wonderful, much needed profession, but
Can I ask you what does that look like as a job? Criminal
yeah, so
advocate
it's being an advocate for the victims in court. So that could be
in court. Okay.
anything, whether that's drunk driving, whether that's, rape, whatever the case may be, being an advocate for the victims in court. So you're assigned that person who's kind of just like your voice, your just your person from the time that you start into court and go through.
How much legal stuff did you have to study to get in that degree?
There was a good bit. There was also 3 semesters of Spanish, but
Okay.
Wow. How much of that do you use here at the Pavement Group?
Yeah, bueno.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that right? I don't know.
haven't been
Mucho
applying that
repa.
much. Hola.
I did 3 years of Spanish in high school, and I can ask where the library is. It's about it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Where is it,
Sorry,
Todd?
didn't mean to cut you off. What's
Oh.
over
Did
there?
you go to the library, Todd?
Donde están la biblioteca?
That's good.
Yeah.
Todd.
I know where they all are, though. I do.
That's
Go
good.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So yeah, after that, I went straight into sales and management for insurance. I did mainly property and casualty. Also, kind of a niche in Pennsylvania is farm insurance. So some farm insurance.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, and then from there, I think like 80% of us at the Pavement Group moved to Florida. Continued my insurance role as a sales manager, and when I came back, I started into the esthetician world. Again, just wanting to kind of help people and be with people and make them feel good. And started applying and ended up here. Same day as Paige.
Yeah. Well, one day apart, technically.
One day
I had to finish my PT job. I had made a promise to someone that I was finishing that last Monday while they were on vacation. So I joined.
I remember
Tuesday.
that Paige had to
And
start.
I
on her
remember
feet.
I thought Jenna had been with the company for like months because she just was like talking to everyone. And I was like, wow, this girl knows everyone. And
Jenna was really shy when she first got here.
Let's say Jenna does not have a problem with talking to people.
No.
Super reserved. She came out of her shell once she got here, though.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, really out of the closet because you guys put me in the back.
Oh yeah, you did. Hey, I gave you an
That was at the
opportunity,
old
and you said no. I like it here.
You're like,
Mhm.
this office is too big. Do you have like a server room I can stay in? Do
Right.
you have a closet?
That's it.
It's the humble beginnings. I mean, the company's still only, a few years old. So
Yeah.
it's,
Absolutely.
I
And
was gonna
as you'll
say, well, fast forward
forward.
from August to now, like you guys made drastic changes in your life. So from the PT industry and anesthetizing and whatever you call that and insurance.
Exercising. That's exercising and esthetician
Yeah, there
work.
you go. All the way to the paving industry. What do you guys think so far about the paving industry? How is it same? How is it different?
I'm sure you can agree. I mean, I feel like since we went to school with our goal of helping people, I mean, that translates to what we do on the day to day. I mean, it's building relationships, and while we don't get to see people a lot of our relationships are built over the phone. I feel like that's what we have really like jumped into, and obviously we're able to help people in that way. We're helping people get their parking lots paved. We're helping our contractors find more work in their areas. And I love that, I don't know if other companies do this as much, but here, like, we've had the opportunity, as much as we talk to people on the phone, but we actually get to meet them in person, which has been great. I love the people that I talk to every day. Everyone's awesome. So we built some really great relationships with people, and so able to help people out. So I love it. I love it. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about you, Jenna?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, obviously a huge learning curve for both of us.
Yeah.
So just kind of seeing how far we've come from the day we started. I forget what it was not too long ago. I said something about a gate loop. And just like, look at you. We didn't even know what a gate loop was.
Like what a catch basin was. Like
anything. So I think that has been
awesome.
fun just to learn and then go back to see how much we have learned. And then, of course, building the relationships. And it's such an opportunity here because we're such a team, but we're creating such a team outside of our team, right?
Yeah.
So it's one big family, which is amazing. And being able to go to NP and meet even more of our contractors and people that we're working with on the daily. And, just even getting pictures of their family or what they're doing or they're on vacation. It's very cool.
Good stuff.
That's awesome.
And I don't know about you guys at your previous jobs, but I feel like here, I mean, I love the atmosphere that we've created. I mean, we hang out outside of work. We all get along so well. I had one job when I was in Florida. It was a place that I was on my clinical rotation, and I found that there. And it's so rare, and I'm like, I'm probably never going to find like a group of people like this again. And I love that we have such great relationships. We love hanging out with each other. We have crack each other up all day long. There's never a dull moment here.
Roast sessions.
Yeah.
I mean, the roast sessions here are serious.
Yeah.
No, they are.
Wait.
I've been involved in a couple of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
you'll be in more later.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Just wait.
Who are you roasting? Each other, I hope.
Everyone.
Not like sales managers, right?
Um,
Okay, moving on.
I was going to say,
Well,
Todd,
yeah,
let's
exactly.
move on, bud, because you got yours in the leadership call today.
Well, I think you two have been fit in here so well and been so successful because you took that approach of not being overwhelmed. Like, there's a lesson there of not being like, well, I don't know how much crack fill and I don't know what an overlay versus that. Like, you learned it, but you relied on our partners and you relied on people in the team to teach you that stuff, but worked really hard on building the relationships and learning the systems and processes. And, you were valuable overnight because of all that. And then everything else kind of comes over time.
Right.
So kudos to you, but that's well said. That the group that we have there is so supportive and so fun, and that's when you hire and you fire based on the core values of a company. Those are the little things that happen. You pull together some pretty special people. So
we're very lucky.
yeah, no, okay,
Dave, how much lucky you're gonna get?
we're the lucky ones. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the most, Jen? I'll go to you with this question. What's the most interesting job you've ever had, or at least applied for?
Oh,
All
this
right,
one's
so we'll
got to be
segue.
good.
We'll segue a couple different ways here. So just last week, I don't even know how we were started on the conversation. It's hard to tell with the two of us. But I looked at Paige and I go, did you know I applied to be a train conductor right before I took the job here?
Like in a mall at Christmas time or what?
No.
Like
So
a real train conductor.
a real train conductor.
Hat and all.
So you were going to go away for obviously it
Wow.
was a 10-week training program. Great money, great benefits, and I thought I can do this. So I
Wait,
applied.
10 weeks and you can learn how to drive a train?
Oh my God.
I was gonna figure it
Train
out.
Conductor.
That's why they're all derailing around the country.
I was gonna say.
We need to spend a year on training.
Hire people like Jenna. Just 10 weeks. You'll be
That
good.
10 weeks,
is
you're good.
hilarious.
I think I was more excited for the hat, but
Well, yeah.
regardless. So yeah, we were laughing about that. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna let Paige answer hers, but then we'd love to tell you guys something we applied to do, and that Paige and I could have actually met before we met here at the Pavement Group.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Paige,
my
how do you get beyond being more crazy than a train conductor?
well,
Wow.
I mean, she didn't have that job though. So
That's true.
yeah. So when I was in PT school, I wanted a job that was not going to interfere with my studies. And one of the jobs that I came across was being a bus driver on campus. So I had to take a test to drive the bus around campus. I did the late night loop. So I did from like 12 to 4A. And I would just like pick people up from the library, pick people up from the bars. But the funniest part was me and my good friend in PT school, we took the test on the same day, okay? And I honestly, like, I struggled to back the van into a parking spot. Like,
Was it a van or a bus?
no, it was a bus, sorry, a bus, like a small bus.
Well,
Sorry.
it was a short bus. It was
Yeah,
a
it was a
short
short bus. It was a short bus, yeah.
I got you.
So, it was indeed, I did drive some vans too, but buses were what I would drive around.
That was your specialty.
That was my specialty. So I backed up this van the bus during the test, and I didn't get it in the spot. I mean, I had to try a couple times. And my friend Kevin, I mean, he backed it right in first try. He did everything perfect.
He's
And then
such a show off, that Kevin.
yeah, I know, right? So then we get our results a couple days later, and sure enough, Kevin didn't pass the test, and I did.
What?
And he was like, "What the heck, Paige?" He's like, "You were awful at backing that bus up." And he's like, "I think they made a mistake," but it was hysterical. But with that job, I was also a parking lot attendant. So I had like the vest, the little guiders, the walkie-talkie. So yeah,
Wow.
so that was an interesting job. My mom always asked for me to take a picture driving the bus. So
This is
You could
crazy
have a
that both of
document.
you had applied or worked in the transportation field. Little did you know that you'd end up here working
Yeah.
in the transportation type thing, right?
yeah. I mean, if you would have asked me a year ago where I would be, I definitely wouldn't say at the Pavement Group because, I mean,
Right.
Yeah,
This
but
wasn't
where
on my
would you
radar.
rather be now that
Again,
you're here?
education and physical therapy,
yeah.
passion for transportation, campus specific transportation, right?
But it gets better.
It does get better.
So let's hear it.
Better.
Let's hear the big one.
You can start. How?
All right.
Yeah.
So the conversation started again. Probably.
I didn't hear the initial conversation. Apparently, I was there, but I didn't.
She's there often. But I had said that I had applied for 3 things. I had applied to be on Legends of the Hidden Temple. Do you guys remember that?
No, is that a Harrison Ford movie?
No.
Is that like one of the Hobbit books?
No. It was like a
Harry
course.
Potter?
What
Those
was
are
it called?
course.
Legends of the Hidden Temple?
Yeah, you're gonna
Oh
have to
my
pull it
God.
up.
Indiana
Yes.
Jones?
Or
Kind
is it
of.
more-
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Kind of.
But this
So
is what you do. It's not like a TV
it's a
show.
course, but it was all over TV.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe you guys are different time.
Oh, without
Alright,
saying
we can
that
stop
we're
right
old,
there.
Jenna, that was good. I like how you segued into that one.
Maybe it
Too
was
much.
after the Love Boat, Tony? Because I
Oh,
always
yeah.
thought-
The Love Boat.
I-
Fantasy
I-
Island was after that. I think.
It was right after the Titanic.
you guys will have to Google those. All right, so you applied.
Okay, so I applied there, no go. So then I actually applied to be a Fanta girl, which Brian didn't even know what that was this morning. You remember the
You
Fanta
guys know what that
drinks?
is?
Fanta.
Fanta?
Yeah, I think it is. I know. I think
No,
it's
it's
Fanta.
I think it's
Fanta.
Fanta.
I think that's
It's
just a song.
Fanta if you're from Boston.
You are not going to
It's
pronounce
Fonter.
the song different than the word. That wouldn't even make sense. Wanta Fanta.
I think that's just
Would
like
you learn the song for the interview? Can you sing the whole thing?
she learned it for her interview. For sure.
What's up?
Anyways, They didn't pay for that either.
Oh,
But the real kicker was Paige and I both, and we just found this out this morning, applied to be
The pierogies for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
no
Get outta
way.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, I was so upset. So I was I was in Italy at the time. I applied right before I went in, I think it was 2011. And 2012 rolled around. They were starting interviews in January. I was in Italy, and when I got back home, they had already chosen the people that they were hiring. So unfortunately, I didn't get a shot, but it's been something that has really upset me all these years. I think I would be really good.
There. Like, I think we could probably work this out to get you both out there one time.
So we already tried. We did reach out to someone this morning after we found out this information. That's probably a no-go. However,
Brian said he thinks he can make it happen.
I think he can make it happen too.
Are the pierogies? Are they like the ones that race around?
yeah.
Like during
Yeah.
the seventh inning stretch. That's the pierogies. Okay.
Yeah.
I just
So
needed the visual. Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure someone can add a picture of the pierogies in here, but I'm gonna be
I'm on
jalapeno Hannah, and she's gonna be Chester cheese.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to be, I think it's sauerkraut Sal and
Oh yeah.
Who's the
we
other
will
one?
definitely make good pierogies, Todd. I think
Yeah.
so.
And this is what we're going to do. So we're going to go outside in our parking lot, and that's going to be the perimeter that we'll run.
I want to do it at the Pirate Game.
Oh wait, we're doing this like in an amateur level.
Just saying.
No, we're
Yeah.
actually
One game with the pierogi pals.
No, I want to do it real deal on stage at the Pirate
Paige, they
Game.
didn't choose
I
us.
think so.
That was not our career path. So
Brian said he can make it happen.
He'll make it happen.
So
Hey,
we
I think
also
Jenna's
need to
saying
have a
that.
poll of who we think would win, because so far I think
they're all
I'm
pulling
in.
for Paige,
I think
except
I'm
for
winning.
Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny says
Well, Paige,
But
what was
honestly-
your event in college?
The 100, 200, 4x1, and 4x4. So I can
Dude,
hold.
you're the
my-
pierogi. You should be the
Did
I
you
was
ever have to
winner.
run in a pierogi costume though? And-
Yeah, I mean,
Were you
I've
college
never
and
done that
familiar with
before,
it?
but I can't imagine I'd be bad at it.
I'm gonna
You'd
get
be
like a
great.
potato sack or something and start.
no.
running.
Todd can't join.
Why? He's
Because he-
sauerkraut Sal.
He can't play fair. No, because when we were doing our little race bikes, I was 100% fair.
And
And
NP.
NP, and Todd goes,
Oh, now that we're taking it there, who
Well,
kicked
that's how
all
she's
your
gonna-
asses?
If Jenna
I got you at the
wins,
end, Tony.
it's gonna be because she like ties my shoelaces before we start.
No, you cheated, Todd. You went through the cones, bud.
I went through. I had a flat tire.
No,
was
you didn't
just
have a
trying
flat
to-
tire.
You did not.
That was just you sitting on the bike and whatever happened to the tires.
Man, oh boy, they weren't as reinforced as was promised.
Anyways,
okay.
hopefully Casey can mix that in to this episode.
Yeah, yeah.
So we
let's
can
make that
show
the
who
old
actually
show,
won
Tony.
the big wheel race.
Okay.
honestly, Tony would have been first. I would have been second. Todd would have been third, and Miranda was fourth.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Yeah.
true. I did.
I mean,
cut-
that's
I-
just life right
I
there.
cut across. I was going for the laughs. I knew it was, it was a lost cause. I hadn't ridden to tri-school in a couple of years.
I know. It was very low to the ground.
It was very low to the ground. That was
Very
fun.
low to the
You guys had
ground.
high handlebars too, didn't
Yeah,
you?
it was
Oh
like
yeah, it was like a chopper.
You had to like kick out with it, like
Yes.
on a
That's
big
it.
wheel. It was pretty. Those were
There's a lot
fun.
of drifting going on in the back 40, right? Right, Todd?
lot
I
of
think that's where I gained the lead way back there.
Dude, you were like
Huh.
Vin Diesel out there drifting. It was incredible.
That's what I thought when I looked over at Tony. I was like, Vin Diesel.
Yeah,
what it is.
dude. Like,
Yeah.
who doesn't think that?
That's it.
Like, was that today, Jenna, or was that back on the big wheels?
Every day.
Oh, okay, good.
Every-
Yeah, perfect.
Each and
Sometimes I get you guys confused.
I'm gonna tell you a real quick story because those were amazing. I just want to share my story about the worst job I ever had.
Yeah.
And I was an ice cream man for a week. I don't remember how old, but like late teens or whatever. But I'd won this job waiting tables at this Italian restaurant. And it was like I'd been trying to apply there for like six months because my friends worked there. They were all making great money, but I couldn't get in. So I was driving this ice cream truck, and I finally got the call. They're like, "Can you come by Tuesday at 2:00 for an interview?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I got to drive the ice cream truck Tuesday."
Oh,
I had
Lord.
to pull up for a job interview in an ice cream truck, so I pulled it down around the corner and parked it just in a neighborhood and sort of left it and then walked up to the job interview. Of course, it was like 95 degrees out that day too, so I walk in, I'm sweating, but I got the job, and I walk back, and there's like 18 kids just standing there waiting at the truck for me. So
What
made
a
some good money on the treats too.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's funny. We got an ice cream truck driver, a bus driver, and almost a train conductor here on this.
What about you, Tony? Do you
I
have
don't know. I don't know if there was anything that I drove back then.
or anything fun that you applied for, or?
No, I used to work at a hot dog stand.
Okay.
Oh,
So that was fun back in the day. But it
fun
was kinda-
fact.
Yeah.
Paige almost died on a hot dog.
I did.
Whoa.
In college, I had to get the Heimlich maneuver done to me in the cafeteria.
Wow.
Good.
Oh,
Okay, we
it
gotta-
was bad. It was. It was bad.
Oh, this one has definitely took a turn for the worst right
That
now.
is.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm.
speaking
Why
of
is that?
hot dogs, I said speaking of hot dogs.
Yeah, no, it was very traumatic. I didn't go back to the cafeteria for about a week. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was-
that'll do it.
I mean, everyone saw it. It was like Hot Dog Wednesday or whatever. Like everyone went for that day. It was, the best day at the cafeteria, and
Right.
everyone was there, and everyone saw me get the Heimlich maneuver. It was really embarrassing.
Right.
Wow.
They're like, look out, the bus driver's choking. Somebody help. I'm going to have a ride home from the bar.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there goes the watch out.
Oh, man.
That's
Oh my God.
So speaking of hot dogs, what would your death row meal be? Your last meal, if you could choose anything. Jenna, I'll ask you first. What's like the
There's
go-to?
only one option.
Probably our joke around here, because everyone is doing 75 hard and Paige and I are doing the 75 remix. I just asked how many times during the 75 days would I be allowed cheesy bread?
Mm-hmm. So cheesy bread is the go-to.
easy bread.
Cheesy bread, I would have to say, I don't know.
It's kind of a
I
side
love
dish.
cheesy bread.
Yeah.
I love some key lime pie too.
Ooh, key
Hate
lime
key lime
pie.
You hate it?
I hate it.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, what are you gonna choose then, Paige? If you're not
She
choosing
eats
key lime
weird.
pie,
I eat everything. Everything. Like, there's really not one thing that I can think of that I don't eat. But if I had to choose my last meal, I would choose, it's called bagna calda. I think I've told Todd about it.
Yes.
So it's an Italian fondue where it's anchovies, heavy whipping cream, and loads of garlic. And you just like cook it down.
that's
And
your
it-
last meal. Like,
Yeah.
come
And then you
on.
dip bread, you dip veggies, shrimp, whatever you want in there. Put it on some pasta.
You're getting
whatever.
electrocuted with some bad breath, is what I
Yeah.
heard.
Okay, that's what she said yesterday too. Anchovies are not fishy; they're salty.
Oh.
They're nasty.
I
It's
put
the
them on. I
garlic.
put them on my pizza too. That's how I
That's
knew Mark
pretty-
was for
pretty
me.
nasty.
He-
I'd agree with you, Jenna. That's
No.
not on
Mark
the.
and I were just like meant for each other because when I met him and I asked if he liked the anchovies on pizza, he's like, "Yeah." Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm like, "You're the one."
What about
There you go.
what about pineapple?
That-
Did you guys do
That
pineapple on
biscuit and
pizza?
gravy though. When I had my first biscuit and gravy,
Oh,
that
there
could
it
do it
is.
for me too.
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
biscuits and gravy.
What about you guys?
Tony?
Well, I'm
Tony's like, I'll have a clean eats.
no, I can't do it. I'm going lobster, like
Eating a
anything
protein
lobster.
Lobster, okay.
I love lobster.
Expensive.
Yeah. I mean, it's the last meal, Jen. I don't want a piece of bread.
I went Todd's entire ice cream truck.
I'm going. Yeah, there you go. The whole truck.
Yeah. Well, you're focused on the desserts there. So key lime pie and
Yeah.
What
Maybe a
about
couple-
you, Todd? Where are you going?
I don't really know. I think I'd probably go like steak and lobster.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a basic eater. I'm not
Steak
super
and
into-
lobster, not just one. Give me them both.
Well, you go surf and turf, right? It's the last
gotcha.
meal. It's the last meal. I mean,
Right.
I think they're going to get you whatever you want. I would think. Although there's this restaurant a couple miles up the road that we eat at often that has this duck taco. It's like a chickpea taco with I don't even know what else is in it, but it's probably my favorite. That might be it actually. From Trevi Wine Bar in Mashpee Commons, go see him.
Shameless plug.
Their duck taco. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, maybe I'll get a free one.
Shameless.
Have you guys ever had turducken?
No.
Nope. I just seen John Madden on Thanksgiving talk
Right.
about it, but
Yeah, I've never
don't know
had
if
it.
I would
heard
ever
it's
eat
good,
it.
though. Just made me think of it.
Paige
Huh?
does make a phenomenal avocado toast though. Too.
oh, that sounds
Oh, nice.
really good.
Wait, is it turducken? How do are they like do they crossbred like a?
No. It's
Labradoodle?
one. It's
not
a
that idea.
turkey
Bread.
with a duck inside the turkey and then
Duck's
a
inside.
chicken inside the duck.
Yeah.
Is
A
that really
turducken.
Whose job
that's
is
what
it? I
people
mean,
do
that's
for Thanksgiving.
talk about weird jobs. Like you start out at the Purdue plant, and they're like, "No, you're making their turduckens." Just
Yeah.
You're the
our
turducken
family.
guy.
Like, how do you do it? I don't know. We're gonna have to watch a video on that.
Yeah.
Oh, you take the next question. Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask. You guys put this out there. So Jenna, what is your funniest habit?
Oh, so we were talking about this the other day because I said to Paige, I said, do you ever listen to anything? Because I had told her about the pierogi thing weeks ago, and I said, you never mentioned that you applied to be a pierogi until this morning. She goes, I never heard you. Or she'll be doing something, she'll be like, what are you talking about? She never has any idea what's going on.
It's because I'm so focused on what I'm doing.
So
and then, like, if I'm not making eye contact with you, I'm probably, I feel bad to say it, but like, I'm so zoned into what I'm doing that, like,
So as a very aware cube mate, if I say something to Paige, work related, personal, it doesn't matter what it is, she goes, that's her. And I
That's
go,
just like, hey, listen, I'm busy. Can you stop talking now?
Right.
I'm like, I can ask her a question.
Yeah.
And she answers the question like this.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
you're specifically commenting on Paige's habit.
yeah, and
I
I'll,
was gonna say that's Paige's habit, right?
Are we in cubicle marriage counseling here? Is that what
I was gonna say.
so she,
That
if
she
she,
leaves the seat up? No.
right. So if Jenna,
I'm sure I have many quirks.
no, I feel like we all do. It's fine, but it's like it's funny. So it's not like we get offended with each other. We all know.
We roast all day
Yeah,
long. We really do roast each other all day long in the office.
Love it.
Yeah, but so Jenna's thing is like it's not like she just gets like, oh, like you should have tried this at this restaurant or you should have done it this way. Like if she tells you to try something, especially food, like food is like the thing. If she tells you, okay, you need to go to X restaurant and order X, Y, and Z and eat it in this order, and if you come back and tell her you did not do everything in the precise order that she provided to you,
Right.
she's like, what the heck? Like she gets mad.
I get upset because
Yeah.
so last week Tyler took his wife to this Mexican restaurant. And I said to him, when you go, they have a mango sauce. Have you tried the mango sauce? No. Okay, I need you to get the mango sauce.
I need you to.
I need you to get
I
it
need you to.
immediately.
Because it's life-changing. But so he came back the next day. I said, how was the mango sauce?
Oh, there's that noise again.
Yeah, so she does it too. It's she's adopted.
I go, what do you mean?
Mm.
And I said, how did she make it? And he said, well, I just took my entire fajita. I threw everything on it, and put some on it. I go, well, that's why I was, I go, you didn't eat it the way that I told you to eat it.
Unbelievable.
There's not a place in Pittsburgh that Jenna would not have a recommendation for. Like, if you're going to dinner somewhere, like ask Jenna, and she's gonna tell you, like, go here, and this is what you need to get.
Gotcha. What's your go-to, Jenna, for a restaurant? What's your favorite?
Oh, there's Tacayo Taqueria. It's in Shadyside, and it's the most phenomenal Mexican. These tacos that are like perfectly put together with different flavors and textures. It's unbelievable.
So that's for the Pittsburgh audience. What about for the South Florida audience, Jenna?
Ooh. Wait, have you ever been to Rustic Inn?
Yes.
What? Yeah, you have?
Mm-hmm.
That's in Fort Lauderdale. It's so good. Tony, we
Never
can't
been
see you.
there.
Is that? Oh, you can't see me?
It's fine. It'll pick up.
No, it'll
Vin
pick up.
Diesel.
Oh,
Where-
Vin Diesel. Yeah, there you
Where
go.
are you, Vinny?
That's too funny, Jenna.
But yeah, no, I like
How
Rustic
about-
Inn in South Florida.
432 Cuts. Have you been there, Tony?
Yes, that's a good one too. I think it's
so good. And you know,
32, though.
Tony, what do they have there? What do they bring out instead of bread?
I don't remember. What do they bring out, Jenna?
Pierogies.
Biscuits. They bring out. You're at this like gorgeous steakhouse. And they
Oh,
bring
I thought
out
that
this
was Red
fresh-
Lobster. My bad.
No.
They bring out the
Stop.
biscuits.
Red
dude.
Lobster
Those
does
are good.
have those biscuits.
Those are good.
They're so good.
Those are cheesy.
They're so
Those are
good.
cheesy biscuits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those
Oh,
are
I
really
did start out my career down here in Florida as a bartender at Red Lobster, so I'll throw that out there since that was a
Me
previous.
too.
Yeah. Yep.
Tony,
Right
what
there.
kind of a bartender were you?
At Red
It was a
Lobster
flair
it was like the service bar, right? The
Okay.
overflow bar.
Or were you a guy that would like spin the bottles and
Yeah.
flip the cups and do the whole thing.
Dude, and then there was an opening on a paving crew, and then I was like, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Can't stick around here any longer. I need to be in the asphalt industry.
Yeah. Same.
Calling your name.
That's just how it went.
Love it. It was either go down to a desert island and chase your cocktails and dreams, or start
That's
paving.
it.
All right.
Could have sold some coconuts.
That was a terrible joke. We can cut that one.
No, that was no.
Casey hit that one. Good.
I
Good.
like
All right.
it.
So let me ask you one more question. This one's a little loaded. I'm going to start with you, Paige.
Mm.
What's one question you wish we had asked?
Well, Jenna and I were both wanting you to ask what we would be in our previous lives, or what we were in our previous lives.
Okay.
A train conductor and a pierogi. I know the answer.
No, those were like real life admiration.
Well, hold on.
Aspirations.
Let's set this up a little bit. So this is something you've given some thought to, obviously.
For everyone in the office, yeah.
I would say one
Okay.
of my oddities, one of my many,
Mhm.
is that, I have a busy brain. So sometimes my brain drums up some things.
Yep.
And I said to Paige the one day, I said, Paige, I could have seen you as a dolphin trainer in your past. I can see Paige in her wetsuit and a whistle for dolphins. I can see her. I can literally
Makes
see her.
perfect sense. I can see it too.
Wow.
Everyone said that.
I never thought of it before now.
Hey,
But
Flipper.
absolutely, I can see you as a dolphin trainer.
That'd be great.
So we
Man.
slowly started to piece everyone with how we would see them, where we would see them, what type of job.
Okay.
So
I think some of them we did amazing on, and others were tough. And
Yeah.
what's funny is, before we get started,
Yeah.
is that nobody could come up with one for me. So maybe that can be
maybe you guys can come
Maybe
up
you
with
guys
something.
can.
The best thing that we came
Okay.
up with was the Addams family. the
Oh
Broke
my
Backs.
God. That is too funny because I'm looking at it right now, and the only thing going through my head is Morticia.
Yeah.
Morticia.
but that's not really a job.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a person.
You would have been cast
Uh,
for the role.
No,
Well, she
you'd
was
have
an
been
actress.
good, though. You'd have been good.
Yeah.
I don't think that was based. I don't think that was a documentary. Yeah,
You're
I don't
way
think-
better as a
real
national
people
PC,
think
though.
she's an actress, but
You like that?
Yeah.
who else did you?
So
you
then we
share
started
some more
going
without
down.
hurting feelings.
So Dave
No,
was going to
everyone loved
be
it.
an attorney or a lawyer,
Yeah,
just
I-
because he
I would go CPA with him, but yeah.
is
Go
stoic.
Oh, that's a good one.
Following
Yeah.
the footsteps of his dad.
Yep. And then down from David, we have Audrey, and definitely military of some sort. Or I could see her being like a Russian spy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
I
Maybe we
wouldn't
can
tell
put
you
pictures
guys,
up.
but
of when
she actually is.
I believe it.
that
I believe it.
And
yeah,
then,
I was asking her
um,
about a job last week, and she just went, "Niet." I'm like, wait a minute, that did not feel right. So maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
That's funny.
What-
Tyler, we said a gymnast or a politician.
He's got-
We could see him like doing his little
man, you got
or a cheerleader.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I could see
really
Tyler
Like a
being a
collegiate
cheerleader.
cheerleader. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got that energy, that spirit in the
Yep.
hair. He's got
Yeah.
it in the hair.
Yeah.
What's that thing? The
Yeah.
pommel horse? Like, he'd be good at that?
Yeah. I mean,
He's tall, though, for a
the like the
It's where they
it's
jump
not
and
like,
flip.
Oh, it's brown.
It's brown. It's like this.
Okay.
Where
size,
Strug broke
and
her
they
ankle
put
coming
their
out.
legs around it.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Mary Lou Retton wasn't that her big thing? Mary Lou Retton.
The pommel
Yes,
horse?
Mary Retton.
Oh, she did like the
That was-
running
I think
and
it
the
was in the
jumping.
90s.
What's that thing called? The
What
vault.
was Mary Lou Retton, Tony?
Who's Mary Lou Retton?
No, when was she in the Olympics?
Oh, in the
90s?
80s.
She was 80s? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Paige and I were being thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think like Sean Johnson.
Paige was training dolphins still in the
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
still a dolphin trainer at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
that whistle and
Yeah.
all right. So who else you got? These are good. These are
Okay,
really
so we
good. It's so
have
funny how as soon as you say it, it's like that
You
makes
picture it.
perfect sense. You can picture
so Trudy. I had the best one. Trudy was going to be like the ringleader at a wrestling match, like because she's just always like screaming and she does her like high leg kick.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
there's a
like the
leg
little
kick
the
involved.
hype woman.
Sure.
Yep.
I don't know if
Tyler
I've ever
gave the
seen a leg
example.
kick.
You're like crushing the 2 beers and just like pouring it on people before the match starts.
Did you see the GIF that she put out that resembles her? I like
That's
that.
so her.
That
Yeah.
was definitely her.
That's her.
Right.
Yeah.
I have to come up with mine still.
Yeah, probably a dolphin trainer.
Yeah.
And then
Brian, we said was the president.
Brian was president.
Okay.
Yep.
Of what?
Lucas was a pastor.
Pastor, yep.
A what?
A pastor.
Oh,
a
yeah.
pastor. Okay.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
I can see that,
Pastor.
especially when he wears his glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When he's not being Drake, then he's
Yeah.
a bit of
Or,
pastor.
or Drake. Or
Pastor
Drake.
or
Yeah.
Drake, yeah.
Especially when he has
Yeah,
the one with like the
pastor
yellow.
or Drake. You know, that's close.
Very
Perfect.
comparable, you know.
Man,
Todd was kind of hard for us. We threw Todd around a couple of times. I could see him directing the symphony.
But we
Wow,
also
Todd.
thought maybe,
okay.
yeah.
Todd,
We
just
also thought
just
maybe
give us
you
one
would be
real
a
quick,
great
Todd.
conductor.
There it is. Look at him.
Yeah.
I like it.
Could do that. Sure.
Perfect.
I could see you up there.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to hear what Paige was saying.
Or a train conductor. I know we already talked about Jenna's almost real life experience being the train conductor, but we thought maybe in your past.
See, I couldn't see
I just
Jenna
I could
in
see
like
you.
those overalls, but Todd, I could definitely see you in those train conductor
Right.
overalls.
I love
Have you seen Paige's overalls?
No, I have not.
She wore them like the second week. I was like, oh, I like your overall.
You're like, oh, we're doing this.
We're ready to go out to the farm after work, you know?
You think we can come up with some one team overalls? Like we can all wear them?
They're coming back around.
No, I think
For
they're
sure.
coming back.
I got one for Tony.
Yes, sir.
I feel like Tony looks like an offensive coordinator in the NFL.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
We were going more for pilot.
Yeah, we said
Oh,
pilot.
yeah. I was gonna say, just call me Goose.
You guys are-
Call
I
me
definitely
Goose.
think,
Maverick, whatever
but
you
I
need.
I'm
also,
thinking like Spirit or Frontier, Tony, but
Yeah,
I could.
I got
you
you.
know, I could
oh,
see
he'd be
him.
on Emirates.
Oh,
all right.
yeah, one of those flights.
I am.
gotcha.
Yeah, he'd be bougie.
Wow.
That's hysterical. What about Eli?
Oh,
Oh, we didn't get to Eli.
ooh, that'd be a good one though.
But we also said that Tony could be like on Hell's Kitchen, like Gordon Ramsay. Like I could see him like going up for food and being like, "This sucks."
Yeah.
No,
I'll tell you straight
No.
out how it is.
Brutally honest.
I'd never hold
Or,
back. I
or
don't
like
think.
Simon Cowell on American Idol.
Simon Cowell. I forgot about
But
him.
it's good.
Simon
Oh,
Cowell,
Simon.
telling it how it is.
That's
But
it.
I could see you being a
Just how
pilot.
it
I could
is.
really see you being a pilot.
All
I
right,
can
I'm
see
gonna.
that.
I'll look into it.
Right?
I'll look into it.
All good.
Oh, because
Okay.
at some
All right, so
point,
you get-
some point, we're gonna have to get a corporate jet, right? I mean, I think that's in the plans at some point.
yeah, not till
Yeah.
next year though.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be that guy.
You get. I mean, you can go to the train conductor crash course and see. If you have to buy a plane online too.
Yeah.
You know, then buy
Gotcha.
Then
that
we're ready to go.
pilot. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Tony, you got any other questions before we wrap up here?
No, I was just gonna say, at the end of the day, you guys, you made the move to the Pavement Group. You know, where would you rather be?
Nowhere.
Where would we rather be?
Yeah.
That was a
No, we like it here.
I mean, we could take our laptop to the beach.
There you
Now that
go.
you've seen
That's-
other pavement
That's a good part about it,
You
right?
feel like you made the right.
That's it.
All good. So what's the biggest thing that you've learned since you started working here? We'll wrap up with this, but Jenna, what's the biggest thing you think you've learned, industry or about the job or about people or whatever,
Yeah.
that you started working here?
I'd say being comfortable being uncomfortable. I think we kind of were thrown into the mix and the busy season right as we started.
Sure.
So it kind of went 0 to 100.
think it went
And
faster
just
than that.
diving in on your pilot jet there. So yeah, just kind of taking it as it comes and learning from it and being able to go back and kind of dissect it after the fact, because when you're in the moment and the motion, you're just going and going and going and going. But once it kind of settles down to dig into more information. But it's been an incredible experience. Everyone has been wonderful here. The team has been great. And yeah, I wouldn't change it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we're glad you're here. Paige?
Absolutely.
What's one thing that you've learned?
Yeah. I mean, kind of cliche, but like I think you can do anything that you put your mind to, no matter if it's a small change or large change like we did, and especially with the support of people that we have on our team that are willing to teach and willing to provide the guidance that you need to be successful. So if you're looking to make a switch, find a team that's going to support you, and work your hardest and you'll be successful. And I think we've both seen that here, and I've loved my time here. I'm so grateful to be a part of such a great team and get to come and work with you guys every day. And truly, it's fun. I mean, it's fun coming to work every day. And when I'm not here for whatever reason, I miss you guys. Like, it's been a great experience and definitely thankful. So.
Yeah, Jackie's on vacation.
Yeah, we're like, when is she coming back?
What did I say yesterday? I was like, I miss Jackie.
Yeah.
But I would also say, honestly, as far as like the learning and everything goes, not only were you guys very helpful, but kudos to our contractors too, because they were very patient with us. They were very kind.
Sure.
I think we were just honest in the beginning. Hey, I'm new. I'm brand new to this. Excuse my ignorance, because we were asking questions that I'm sure they thought, do they not know what they're doing, what they're talking about? So they were a huge part of our learning here also, and very patient and kind. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, we got some.
And I feel like you guys as well. I mean, you guys set us up for success with the trainings and all the SOPs that we put together and everything. I mean, it's been a process to learn everything. I mean, it's gone as smoothly as I think is possible. I mean, I couldn't see it going any smoother. So I think you guys set us up for success from the beginning. So thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That's
You guys
it.
are the best.
That's you
I
guys.
feel like maybe we got to get you on a little bit more, or maybe even we have like, a PA office podcast weekly check-in, just see what Paige and Jenna are talking about this week or something. We got to get a little more of this.
Mopsy and Mopsy talking about this week.
We just
Oh,
scratched
boy.
the surface, and I want to
Imagine
know,
that.
like, we have new employees. I think that should be part of it, telling them what they used to do in a past life, and you guys are a lot of fun. Really good at what you're doing here, and such a great addition. So we appreciate you. And
We appreciate
Tony,
you.
Hello, Tony.
Hey, buddy.
We're going to bring this thing down now.
Yeah,
Thanks
let's
for flying.
bring
Go
it
ahead.
down to 3,000 feet. Go ahead and put your tray tables up.
I think it even sounds like
We really
yeah,
want to thank
like,
you for
that-
joining Jenna and Paige week.
This is your
No, all good.
captain speaking.
you are.
That's
pilot.
it.
Now you're going to be a pilot in my mind.
That's it, man. I can be the pilot on the podcast. Hey,
Yeah.
all
We'll
seriousness.
come in through. It's
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, but
All good.
with
Okay.
all
Well, we're gonna do
seriousness, what is that word? Seriousness. You guys do make it. You make it fun to come to work. Proud of you guys from where you've came in August to where you are now, and just looking forward to the future. It's just nothing but smooth blue skies up here.
I like it.
That's it.
This has been the Pavement Group podcast, special edition with Jenna and Paige. You guys are awesome. We were talking lots, and we're going to see you all next time. Thanks so much for watching.
See ya. Thank you.
See you guys.